It's small, but it's still an HD dash cam. Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the Thinkware F70 Pro Wi-Fi dash cam. So this thing has both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which makes it super easy to connect to your phone and to actually access it and adjust its settings or even preview the live video stream from your smartphone. Now, it is very much a compact design. As you can see, it's 3.2 inches long by 1.3 inch around. It weighs 1/10 of a pound. It's really light. And it comes with, of course, a mounting unit, and it's basically just a sticky surface and a little pivot. And you put this on your windshield, and then you slide this on when you want to use it, and you are good to go. And of course it does need to be wired, so there is a 12-volt power adapter and a super long cord, and then it just plugs right into the dash cam. Why is this cord so long? Because you can actually plug it into the back of your car. A lot of vehicles have a 12-volt plug in the front and one all the way in the back. And so the benefit of plugging it into the very back is you probably never use that power outlet. And then it comes with an install tool and even some adhesive little clips, so you can do a really nice, neat wire install, because you will need it to be wired for power. But you can have that run along the passenger side of the roof of your car, and then it just comes down just behind your rear view mirror. And then this is just sitting there on your windshield, ready to go. Now, it is pretty slick. It has a 140-degree field of view, and it's full HD. So it's 1920 by 1080p at 30 frames per second. I got a ton of demos. We'll get there in just a second. And it actually runs with a 2.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, and it has super night vision. So there's an enhanced mode that it automatically enables that lets you work at night, or lets it record and give you good quality at night. So there are more specs, but honestly, let's just jump into some demos. This first demo is just me driving through a small town here in Colorado, and you can see it's crystal clear. Now, I have sped up the video 2x just so that it's not quite so boring. Driving when you're watching the videos, kind of boring. Now here we are going through the mountains, and this time I'm going to do 4x, so it just zips right along, but it's a beautiful springtime here in the Colorado Rockies. And then one more example, also at 4x, and this is driving through the beautiful mountain town of Estes Park. Now let's get into some night vision. And this first one, I actually recorded some audio directly off its built-in microphone. There are a lot of buildings here that did not exist 5 or 10 years ago. We are a thriving little city. And what you're hearing an example of is the audio pickup for the Thinkware unit. And it does a really good job. It is entirely capable of picking up the entire conversation inside the vehicle while you're driving. And of course, it's still continuing to record the video segment too. And here's some more night view. And you can see it's done a really nice job. It really gives you really good video. Now, how did I get that video onto my computer? Well, it actually records onto a micro SD card. And Thinkware includes a 32 gigabyte card already in the unit, which is plenty enough storage. But if you really want to record a lot, you can put up to a 128 gig card into it. And honestly, 128 gig micro SD cards are, I don't know, 15 bucks. They're really, really cheap now. It's really quite amazing. Now, one slight thing I found confusing is that in the app, and I'll show you the app in a second, but in the app you can enable a GPS mode code that says it's getting the data from your phone. But as far as I can tell from viewing the recording, you actually need to plug in their external GPS device for it to record properly and work. Now, my suspicion is that might be a coming soon feature, and that there will just be a firmware update and suddenly you will be able to use your phone, because they're obviously putting those pieces in place. But on the side, there is a button that lets you do manual recording. If you're just sitting there or something, and maybe you're an Uber and someone wants to get in the car and you haven't started the vehicle yet, you can just push this button and it'll start recording the video in front of you, but it'll record the audio inside the vehicle. And then on the other side, there's a Wi-Fi button that you push for that initial synchronization via Bluetooth. So it says Wi-Fi, but it's really Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And those are really all the buttons on the unit. There's not much you have to do because everything's in the app. So let me show you the app, and I'm just going to zip through it pretty quickly. You can see you connect via Wi-Fi from the app to the actual dash cam. And then you can go into a live view, but you can also get to all of the different settings, and you can even remotely copy video segments. If you just like pulled over and you're like, wow, I really want to save that thing that just happened. Some amazing car drove past me, or someone tried to cut me off and flip me off, and I really want to go talk to the cops, and I want to make sure I have the footage, right? Hopefully the former, not the latter, but either way, all of that is accessible via the app. And then here's that GPS feature, and it suggests that it's using the GPS data from my phone. But when I reviewed the footage, it didn't actually have any GPS information stored. So again, my guess is that's a coming soon feature. So I found working with that app pretty darn easy. In fact, that demo that I recorded was me while I was at a stoplight. So that's how comfortable I was, that I could still track everything going on and be able to go forward when the light turned green, but I was still able to go and quickly go through some of the settings and make sure everything was correctly configured. So let's see, I've told you pretty much everything. You know it has a built-in microphone. The operating temperature for this is 14 degrees to 140 degrees. So if you are in the high desert and it is the hottest day of the year, you might want to pull this out of your, sort of front windshield area. And it is easy, even with this mounted, you can, and I have done, just slide it off and just stick it in the, maybe behind your gear shift or something. And then when you get back in the car, all you have to do is slide it back on the mount, which is just sitting on the windshield, and you're good to go. Now, I found the adhesive worked really well on my Mazda, and if you need a second one, it does include an additional adhesive. So there's a bunch of stuff included in the box. And there's really a lot to like here. This is definitely, if you're looking for an affordable dash cam that's at 1080p HD, this is definitely one to check out. So we should talk about the price, but before we get to the price, you know what's coming. I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Click on that subscribe button, and don't forget to click on that bell icon for notifications. And if this was of value, and I certainly hope it was, give me a thumbs up. If it wasn't of value, leave a comment and tell me what you wish I would have shown or would have demonstrated. Cool. Now, let's hold it this way. This is the Thinkware F70 Pro Wi-Fi dash cam, and it is $99.99, currently discounted down to a remarkable $79.99 at Amazon.com. For $80, this is a no-brainer addition to your vehicle so that you have recording footage of interesting things that happened to your vehicle. And it also has a various parking modes, so it can give you some video footage if someone bumps your car or something, even while you're not in the vehicle, as long as you have it on a hot 12-volt plug. If your 12-volt plug turns off when your car turns off, then that won't work so well. There's no onboard battery. But generally speaking, this is a great addition, and my daughter recently rear-ended someone, and I wish she would have had this dash cam because we would have been able to review the footage to see exactly what happened. But we didn't, so there it goes. Anyway, that's everything I got. I'm going to go put this back in my car, so I'll catch you, I hope, in my next video.